Judea and from beyond Jordan.
I just realized that I dropped the ball. Let's start back over at Matthew, the 4th chapter. I dropped the ball. We didn't go live, and we live now, y'all. I dropped the
Okay.
ball.
Okay, because the brother just told me.
We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna start this over, y'all. I, Kevin Smith, have dropped the ball, removed some of my hearts until we get this thing straight. Go ahead with that prayer again, Todd. I don't hear no sound from you. I don't know if that's on my end.
I got it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got
All
you.
right. Show us thy mercy, O Lord, and grant us thy salvation. I will hear what God the Lord will speak, for he will speak peace unto his people and to his saints. But let them not turn again to folly. Surely his salvation is not them that fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Yeah, the Lord shall give that which is good, and our land shall yield her increase. Righteousness shall go before him, and shall set us in the way of his steps.
That's it.
Tonight's reading came from Psalms 85, verses 7 through 13. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Praise God. James, I'm
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for that song, brother. We apologize for that late start, brothers and sisters, but please believe me, it's gonna be worth it, okay?
Yes.
So I hear some echoing somewhere.
From the background. Somebody got some background.
Okay.
We got it.
Well, look, brothers and
It's clear.
sisters, we appreciate you guys tuning in every Friday as usual. So we want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you decide to watch this lesson. We appreciate the support. We love each and every one of you, and we look forward to coming and taking part in the privilege to come with you every Sabbath, every Friday evening to teach the word of God on this Israel of God platform. Okay. So I'm Brother James. I'm out here at the Bay Area Israel of God. My co-host, Brother Kevin, at the St. Louis Israel of God. Good evening, my brother. Good to see you.
Likewise, brother. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, sir. And I want to say our other co-host, Brother Todd, at the Baton Rouge Israel of God. Peace to you, my brother.
Peace to my brothers and family out there watching. Glad to be out here with y'all tonight, my brothers, bringing this Sabbath in again.
Yes. So we want to say we see Bethel, Pastor Johnson down there for Lauderdale. I saw Brother Cecil in Montgomery. I see Jehoshaphat down at the Phoenix class. I saw Brother Harold, bunch of people, Sabrina Flowers. Peace and blessings to every one of you, Brother Julius, Deborah Davis, Carlos Clay, my brother Big Al Tillman. Peace, everybody, okay? Angela Spencer, Drake Middleton, yes, sir. So look, y'all, we appreciate you. We got a good lesson for you tonight. Blessed are the peacemakers of God, but it came off of a lesson we did last week, which was Am I My Brother's Keeper? We gave y'all some homework. We asked you to go out there, find your biggest hater, pour some love all over him for the next 7 days, and then come back here tonight and let us know what happened after you did that. So we gonna pause for a few seconds before we dive in, because we want y'all to tell us what happened when you showed love and patience and offered peace to one of your haters. So we're going to pause for a few minutes and see what the results were. And like Brother Kevin, what was your suggestion about them 3 hearts?
Throw up the 3 hearts in a row, and that'll let us know that you did accomplish that, and we'll move forward from there. Let us know you accomplished it by the 3 hearts, following one another.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I ask you all forgive me because I didn't press the start broadcast, and we just flying all over the place. So excited to get in this thing, like whoa! So
Yeah.
The Lord allow us to restart this thing. 3 hearts. Okay, sister, we got you. Our brother.
There it is.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, look, y'all. I see Brother Thin. Peace to you, brother, sister Tavia, Israel. Look. So, Brother Madison, okay. So, look, we going to dive on into this lesson. Brother Kevin going to bring us in. Blessed are the peacemakers of God. Brother Kevin, what you got, brother?
Okay, let's start this lesson in Matthew. Again, he said, blessed are the peacemakers of God. Let's go in Matthew, the 4th chapter. Let's start with Jesus and where his location was at this particular time. How and what happened at this particular time that Matthew jotted this thing down. Matthew chapter 4 and verse 23 through 25. Go ahead and read, my brother.
And Jesus went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues, and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease among the people.
Yes. So what's the first thing we see him do is he is teaching and he's preaching that gospel and he's healing. Right off the bat, he is not selfish. He's about his Father business. Go ahead and read, brother.
And his fame went throughout all Syria, and they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with diverse diseases and torments.
Yes.
And those which were possessed with devils, and those which were lunatic, and those that had the palsy, and he healed them. And there followed him great multitudes of people from Galilee, and from Decapolis, and from Jerusalem, and from Judea, and from beyond Jordan.
Whoa, look at the great multitude that followed him. So now let's see what he's about to do. Go straight into chapter 5 and pick it up at verse 1. We're going to do some skipping after verse 2. Go ahead.
Blessed are the poor in spirit. You want to start at verse 1? You want me to get that 1?
Verse 1, yes, sir.
And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him.
He said, wait a minute now. I done did all that. He said he saw his disciples, and when he opened up his mouth, he taught them, saying, skip down to verse 9. I'm sorry, 9.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
Yes, sir.
For they shall be called the children of God.
Wait a minute. So now he said, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Definition of peace is the opposite of drama. Everybody out there, tranquility, soundness, without no foolishness going on, no evil, just peace and quiet. So he said, the ones that do this, they shall be called what? Children of God. Let's go look at one of the individuals that kicked this thing off. And once he kicked it off for us, he made sure that there's a door left open for us. Let's go to Galatians, the 3rd chapter. Galatians chapter 3. Everybody know about old Abraham.
Yes, sir.
If you don't know, not anybody in this Bible, you done heard that name before, Abraham. Galatians chapter 3. Read verse 26, brother, then we're going to skip. What'd he say?
For ye all are the children of God by faith in Christ Jesus.
Wait a minute. He said you're children of God by faith in Christ Jesus. That's what Jesus was trying to point out to us. He said, but you got to have this one ingredient, which the lesson is titled Peacemakers.
Peacemakers, yes, sir.
Got to be peacemakers. But skip down now to verse 29. What else, brother?
And if ye be Christ's, then are ye Abraham's seed.
Wait a minute now. If you belong to Christ, then you're Abraham's seed, he said right now. Go ahead.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And heirs according to the promise.
He said, you guess what? You're going to be an heir according to the promise. What Abraham get and what was promised to him, guess what you do? You get the same thing. What Jesus get, we get the exact same thing that Jesus get. So he let us know by these two individuals, the whole stage was set. Now let's go look at a situation that Abraham brought us into. Let's go to Genesis, the 13th chapter. Let's look at what somebody might say. Oh, that's a small situation. That's something small. Or I overlooked that. This is one of my favorite spots here. Genesis, the 13th chapter, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1.
Hey, brother brother Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, somebody put a comment on there that they want to hear some of them testimonies of the people that poured that love on them haters at the end of the lesson.
For sure, y'all heard that. So you be prepared, because we ain't going nowhere till we hear these testimonies.
Yes, sir.
I got time. James got time, and so does Todd got time. We all
Yes,
got
sir.
time.
That's right.
Okay. 13 and verse 1. Thank you, brother James. Go ahead.
And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south.
Yes, sir. He took everything and everybody with him. He said, and Lot and all that they had. Go ahead.
And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold.
Yes.
And he went on his journeys from the south even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai, unto the place of the altar, which he had made there at the first. And there Abram called on the name of the Lord.
Wait a minute. What did Abram do?
He called on the name of the Lord.
His name ain't even been changed yet. But guess what he doing? Calling on the name of the Lord. Go ahead and read, brother.
And Lot also, which went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents.
Yes.
And the land was not able to, that they might dwell together. For their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together.
Wait a minute. The first problem they encountered is we got so much stuff we can't burn in the same land at this particular time. We need more room. And let's see what happened. Go ahead.
And there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle.
There was a what, brother?
Strife, my brother.
Strife. There was some confusion, some ill behavior going on. Go ahead and read.
And the herdmen of Lot's cattle, and the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled then in the land.
Yes, sir.
And Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee,
Yes.
and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren.
Wait a minute, but that's his nephew, and he told him we be brethren. And we understand why, because the Lord told us that if you do the will of the Father, that then you call yourself brethren to one another. So go ahead and read. What else?
Is not the whole land before thee?
Yes.
Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me.
Yes.
If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right.
Yes.
Or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left.
If you want the right hand, I'm going to the left. You want the left, I go to the right. By all means, do you see that he's being reasonable in his approach?
Yeah.
He's making sure that he find a solution. Go ahead.
And Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zoar.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan. And Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other.
They separated themselves one from the other. Abraham got his spot, and Lot got his spot. Go ahead.
Abram dwelled in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent toward Sodom.
Now you see why Now you see why Abraham is called a child of God and why he is also called a friend of God. Look at
Mm-hmm.
his behavior that he initiated. He set the example. And he made sure that they, Service and Herman, didn't get into it with one another. And he also made sure me and Lot didn't get into it with one another. So now,
Right.
let's take it a step further. Let's go to the book of James, the 3rd chapter, because James finna expound and let us know. He's gonna drop some nuggets over here. That's all. He dropping some nuggets for us. James, the 3rd chapter, and verse 17 and verse 18. When you get there, go ahead and pick it up and read.
But the wisdom that is from above is first pure.
Wait a minute. The wisdom from above. The very first thing he said you need to know is it's pure.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
Then peaceable,
Then it's peaceable. Go ahead.
gentle,
Yes.
and easy to be entreated,
Easy to be understood. Go ahead.
full of mercy
Yes.
and good fruits,
Yes.
without partiality
Yeah.
and without hypocrisy.
Wait a minute. He said there's no partiality, there's no
Mm-hmm.
hypocrisy. All those things are eliminated from this. Go ahead.
And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace.
Yes, sir. He said, in the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. In other words, you actually have to labor with this peace in order for that peace to come back unto you. Because there are some hell raisers in this world. We know that. We know there's some disturbance going on. And we know it comes. Actually, Satan was the first one that was recorded with drama up in the 3rd heaven, and the Lord dealt with this guy. But now, let's move forward. Let's go to 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter. Remember, the Lord said that wisdom from above. He said, man, this ain't got nothing to do with, he said it's first pure, peaceable, gentle, easy to be entreated, full of mercy, without hypocrisy, and good fruits. So now 14, and we're going to read one verse. We're going to read verse 33. 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 33. When you get it, go ahead and read it.
For God is not the author of confusion.
He not the author of what, Brother Todd?
Of confusion, my brother.
Oh, he said, listen, I didn't dictate. I didn't have no confusion amongst me. Go ahead.
But of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
He said that's where you will find amongst him and the churches he dwell with. They full of peace. And those saints, they gonna have that star quality and good fruits too. Is peace.
Yes, sir.
They gonna love that.
Right.
So now, what I'm gonna actually do now is turn this thing over to Brother James and let him bring out what the Lord has put on his heart for him to bring out. Then we're gonna keep on going after that. Go ahead, Brother James. What you got for us?
Well, look, brother, that was a great start because we had to point out that peacemakers are those people that please the Lord, because He don't want there to be strife, and if you are one of those that you are not one that's willing to make peace, and you want to have that strife and you want to be vengeful, then you're going to have a bad result at the end. So what I want to do is I want to start this thing in Romans chapter 12. Let's start at Romans 12, and then we're going to look at a little mini movie in 2 Samuel, and then we're going to show you.
Yes, sir, brother.
So let's go Romans 12 and start at verse 19, Brother Todd. Romans 12 and 19. Go ahead and read it.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, said the Lord.
So look, so in verse 19, the Lord told us by the writings of Paul, avenge not yourselves. Okay. So, and then the Lord told you that vengeance is his. And as I say all the time, revenge is his office. He works in there solo. He don't need your help. He's the only one handles that department, okay? It's a one entity apartment, right? Department, right?
Right.
So that department is solely belong to the Lord, that vengeance thing. But go ahead and continue, brother.
Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirsts, give him drink.
See how the Lord is telling you how to deal with your enemy? That's why we gave y'all that homework last week to pour that love on your haters and see what happens.
Yes,
so he
sir.
said, look, you see that, bro, Kevin? So look,
Yes, sir.
he said, look, therefore, if your enemy is hungry, feed them. If they're thirsty, give them a drink, okay? Go ahead and continue.
For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
See, look, because the Lord is watching that thing. If he's seeing that they are continually bringing evil, and you are continually keeping the commandments and being kind to this person, then the Lord eventually is going to swing down on that individual, okay? Just be patient, but go ahead and continue, brother.
Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good.
And that's how Brother Kevin broke this thing out. We looking for that peace. We looking for that good behavior. But let's go play a mini movie real quick. Let's go to 2 Samuel, and we're going to show you this story, okay? Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 2, and we're going to pick it up at verse 10. 2 Samuel 2 and 10.
I need my popcorn. Mini movie. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got a little mini movie real quick. So look, 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 10, my brother, 2 and 10. Go ahead and read it.
Yes.
Ishbosheth, Saul's son, was 40 years old when he began to reign over Israel, and reigned 2 years. But the house of Judah followed David.
So now we are looking at the time frame where the household of Saul and the household of David was still going at it. We winding down the end of Saul's time, and we coming up on the time David's going to start reigning over Israel, right?
Yes,
Right.
Go ahead and continue.
And the time that David was king in Hebron over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months. The son of Ner and the servants of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, went out from Mahanaim to Gibeon.
Go ahead.
And Joab, the son of Zeruiah, and the servants of David went out and met together by the pool of Gibeon. And they sat down, the one on the one side of the pool, and the other on the other side of the pool.
Okay, so you had Abner. He was the head of Saul's military brothers. Then you had Joab, was the captain of David's guys, okay?
Yes,
so
sir.
they went out. One side of them is on this side of the pool, and the other one on this side of the pool. Go ahead and read, brother.
And Abner said to Joab, let the young men now arise and play before us. And Joab said, let them arise.
In other words, let them go ahead and fight, right? So now skip on down to verse 17 and continue.
And there was a very sore battle that day. And Abner was beaten, and the men of Israel before the servants of David.
Okay, so now Saul's men, they lost that fight to David's men, right? But Abner was still a valiant warrior, the head of Saul's military, and David had respect to that brother, okay? Go ahead and continue.
And there were 3 sons of Zeruiah there, Joab, and Abishai, and Asahel. And Asahel was as light of foot as a wild roe. And Asahel pursued after Abner. And in going, he turned not to the right hand, nor to the left from following Abner.
So in other words, he's following after Abner real hard, right? And he's not relenting in his pursuit of trying to kill Abner. Let's see what happens, though. Go ahead and read.
Then Abner looked behind him and said, art thou Asahel? And he answered, I am. And Abner said to him, turn thee aside to thy right hand or to thy left, and lay thee hold on one of the young men, and take thee his armor. But Asahel would not turn aside from following of him.
So Abner turned around while Asahel was following him, and he said, look, man, turn aside to either way and grab one of my men from over there, or somebody else, and get you some armor, right? But don't chase me. But let's find out why he's telling Asahel, don't chase him. Go ahead and read.
And Abner said again to Asahel, turn thee aside from following me. Wherefore should I smite thee to the ground?
He say, man, you should stop chasing me or else I'm going to kill you. Okay? He trying to give that brother a chance, man. He know that's Joab's brother,
Right.
but he's trying to spare that brother's life, man, from following him like that. But go ahead and read.
How then should I hold up my face to Joab, thy brother?
Go ahead.
Howbeit he refused to turn aside. Wherefore Abner with the hinder end of the spear smote him under the 5th rib.
So he hit Ahasuerus in which rib, Brother Todd?
Under the 5th rib.
Y'all remember that. He went into him under his 5th rib. Go ahead and read.
That the spear came out behind him, and he fell down there and died in the same place. And it came to pass that as many as came to the place where Asahel fell down and died stood still.
Okay, so now we see that Abner killed Joab's brother, hit him under the 5th rib to the point where the thing came out behind him. He fell down and died right there, okay? So now, let's go and see if some peace is going to be made or if some revenge is going to be made here. Okay, some vengeance is going to be taken care of. Let's go into that next chapter, chapter 3. What say you, Brother Kevin?
Yes, sir. Let's see.
Let's go and see. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Get your
sir.
popcorn. We in 2 Samuel 3.
There you go, brother.
We gonna start at verse 1 and then we gonna skip. Go ahead and read, brother.
Now there was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. But David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker.
So we see that coming. So now everybody's realizing that David has been anointed the next king of Israel.
Right.
Okay. So Abner is ready to say, okay, David, I'm going to help you, and I'm going to turn everybody that's over here with us, I'm going to turn them where they'll follow you, where the whole house of Israel will be following you, okay? So now let's skip on down to verse 12 and continue, brother.
And Abner sent messengers to David on his behalf, saying, Whose is the land? Saying also, Make thy league with me, and behold, my hand shall be with thee, to bring about all Israel unto thee.
Okay, so he was trying to do what was right in his mind. Skip down to verse 17 and continue.
And Abner had communication with the elders of Israel, saying, Ye sought for David in times past to be king over you.
So look, so he's letting them know. But go ahead and continue.
You want to skip?
I'll
read it through.
Go ahead and read that next verse.
Now then do it, for the Lord hath spoken of David, saying, By the hand of my servant David, I will save my people Israel out of the hand of the Philistines, and out of the hand of all their enemies.
So look, so Abner even dropped some prophecy on him right there, didn't he, Brother Kevin?
Yes, sir, brother.
He dropped some prophecy right there, so he knew what time it was. So right, so go ahead and continue.
And Abner also spake in the ears of Benjamin. And Abner went also to spears of David in Hebron, all that seemed good to Israel, and that seemed good to the whole house of Benjamin. So Abner came to David to Hebron, and 20 men with him. And David made Abner and the men that were with him a feast.
Okay.
And Abner said unto David, I will arise and go, and will gather all Israel unto my lord the king, that they may make a league with thee, and that thou mayest reign over all that thine heart desireth. And David sent Abner away, and he went in peace.
So look, so David sent Abner away, he went away in peace, and so some of Joab's guys knew what happened, so they went and told Joab, say, man, Abner came over here, and David had a feast with him and sent the man away in peace. Right. They know. Hey, look, they know Joab wanted some revenge on that brother, and so now Joab gonna go to David. Skip down to 23 and continue, brother. Go ahead and read.
When Joab and all the host that was with him were come, they told Joab, saying, Abner, the son of Ner, came to the king, and he had sent him away, and he is gone in peace. Then Joab came to the king and said, What hast thou done? Behold, Abner came unto thee. Why is it that thou hast sent him away, and he is quite gone?
See, some people might not know, but Asahel and Joab, them David's nephews, them David's sisters and children, You see what I'm saying? So Joab looking at it like, hey man, this dude killed your nephew and you sent him away in peace? Go ahead and read.
Thou knowest Abner the son of Ner, that he came to deceive thee, and to know thy going out and thy coming in, and to know all that thou doest.
So now here comes Joab with a conspiracy theory, right? but go ahead and read, brother.
And when Joab was come out from David, he sent messengers after Abner, which brought him again from the well of Sarah, but David knew it not. And when Abner was returned to Hebron, Joab took the gate to speak with him quietly, and smote him there under the fifth rib, that he died.
Under which rib, brother?
Yes.
Under the fifth rib.
And that's exactly where Abner hit Asahel.
Yeah.
You see, that's exactly what. So you know Joab was on revenge because he hit him in the same spot.
Right. Yes, sir.
Y'all see that, brothers and sisters?
Yes, sir.
But go ahead and read.
That he died for the blood of Asahel, his brother.
Yes, sir.
And afterward, when David heard it, he said, I and my kingdom are guiltless before the Lord forever from the blood of Abner the son of Ner.
You see that? Because guess what? Abner was innocent, and that man, and he got killed. And so that means if David's saying he and the whole kingdom is guiltless, then who is the one guilty then? Joab is.
That's right.
Y'all see that? Because he didn't bring peace. And the title of this lesson is Blessed Are the Peacemakers. And that brother didn't make no peace, even though peace had already been in the process of being made. But let's look at that brother's end, though. Let's see what happened. This is my last spot, 1 Kings chapter 2. Then I'm going to get a mic back to Brother Kevin. 1 Kings chapter 2. Because Joab didn't have to do that. Peace was in the process of being made, okay?
All right.
1 Kings chapter 2, my brother. Let's pick it up at verse 29. So we're not going to read this part, but right before David died, he told Solomon, make sure you kill that dude Joab. Because Joab ended up killing David's son Absalom, okay? Joab had blood on his hands, innocent blood, right? So look, 1 Kings 2:29. Go ahead and read.
And it was told King Solomon that Joab was fled unto the tabernacle of the Lord. And behold, he is by the altar. Then Solomon sent Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, saying, go, fall upon him.
Now watch this here, y'all. Solomon sent the brother, say, go over there and kill him. What happened? Go ahead.
And Benaiah to the tabernacle of the Lord, and said unto him, thus said the king, come forth.
Now
and
he went
said,
over there and lied. He went over there and lied. Solomon said, go over there and kill the man. He didn't say go over there and tell him nothing. You see what I'm saying? Well, Israel got to listen to the problem, and boy, we just can't follow instructions, man. But go ahead and read.
come forth. And he said, nay, but I will die here. And Benaiah brought the king word again, saying, thus said Joab, and thus he answered me. And the king said unto him, do as he hath said, and fall upon him and bury him, that thou mayest take away the innocent blood which Joab shed from me and from the house of my father.
You see that, brothers and sisters? He said that because Joab shed innocent blood and the brother didn't make no peace. But go ahead and continue reading, brother.
And the Lord shall return his blood upon his own head, who fell upon two men more righteous and better than he.
Do we see this, sisters and brothers? He killed two men righteous and better than he is. Go ahead and read.
And slew them with the sword. My father David, not knowing thereof, to wit, Abner, the son of Ner, captain of the host of Israel, and Amasa, the son of Jether, captain of the host of Judah. Their blood shall therefore return upon the head of Joab, and upon the head of his seed forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Go ahead.
But upon David, and upon his seed, and upon his house, and upon his throne shall there be peace forever from the Lord.
Y'all see that, brothers?
He said forever.
How about that? Listen, David was trying to make peace with Abner and the whole nation of Israel and bring them back together under one banner. Okay?
Right.
Joab was the one that was out there shedding that innocent blood, man. So he didn't make peace, and you see what his end was. So he wasn't blessed because he was not a peacemaker. I'm landing right there. I'll be back later. What you got, Brother Kevin?
Woo! First of all, praise God for that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Because
sir.
that point that let you know, just because somebody else is on that hard thing don't mean you have to be. You always put your piece out there. And if they don't want to have nothing to do with it, withdraw yourself. That was a great point. So now,
and hold on,
go
Brother
ahead,
Kevin,
Jay.
listen. I don't want y'all to forget this point. Abner gave that brother a couple of chances
He did. Yes, he
to
did.
save his own life.
He sure
right.
did.
So he was in that sense trying to be peaceful himself, and he was trying to be his brother's keeper.
Right.
Absolutely.
You see that?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
And sometimes, like the Lord, step in and later he say it's enough. You know. So now, let's go to our Proverbs, the 3rd chapter. Proverbs chapter 3. See, even in these stories that we bring forth, and I like that because James really share a lot of them stories, and it highlight things for me. I don't know about y'all when we read and we listening, y'all, but this is that learning something on your way to learning something. You know, the 75th type thing. So now, Proverbs the 3rd chapter and verse 1. Let's go ahead and pick it up there, brother. Go ahead and read, brother.
My son, forget not my law.
Yes.
But let thine heart keep my commandments.
He said, forget not my law and let your heart keep them commandments. Why, brother? Go ahead.
For length of days and long life.
And long life. You got length of days. Meaning your life on this earth will be long. And what else? Go ahead.
And shall they add to thee?
Oh, and you're going to be in this world with some peace going on. This is what the Lord said here. Some peace will this thing add to you. Let's go and look a little bit further at this. Let's go to Romans the 3rd chapter. Because prior to this, what none? Especially the days of Noah when he was trying to get this thing going. Back and forth, the Lord was like, which way this thing is going to fall? And we saw what it did. It only saved, 8 individuals came up out of this whole thing. So now, Romans the 3rd chapter. Romans chapter 3 and verse 10. That was real cold, man. When you read the story and you pay attention, you'll see a lot of details in these things.
Just like that fifth rib thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was straight revenge, man.
Right.
Because you asked it, James. You say, hey, ain't that prophecy right there? Yeah, because it's going to come too fast, So Romans the 3rd chapter, pick it up at verse 10, brother. 3 and 10.
As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one.
That's right.
There is none that understandeth. There is none that seeketh after God.
Yes.
They are all gone out of the way.
Yes.
They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one.
But you know why? Because they forget the law. If you don't forget the law, this won't happen to you. Go ahead.
Their throat is an open sepulchre.
Yes,
with their tongues they have used deceit.
Yes.
The poison of asp is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness.
Yes, indeed.
Their feet are swift to shed blood.
Wait a minute. Not slow to shed blood.
Swift.
Go ahead.
Destruction and misery are in their ways.
Oh, yes.
And the way of peace have they not known.
Yeah, because they never picked that law up, and then if they did, they dropped it and forgot it like he told us not to do. But go ahead and read. What else?
There is no fear of God before their eyes.
He said, because the lack of fear is there. You put that fear on the table, and that fear will remind you.
No doubt.
What? And that bring about peace. Let's go to Genesis, the 32nd chapter, and let's go look at another situation here. Genesis chapter 32. Let's look at our forefather Jacob. Genesis chapter 32. And his twin brother. Genesis 32 and pick it up at verse 1, sisters and brothers. This is something very simple, but it provides peace because a lot of the times, I remember it used to be Cornell on the Friday nights teaching. He would always say, man, stress will kill you quicker than just about anything.
Ooh-wee.
And that stress is a lack of peace, tranquility. You know, you don't have nothing to lean on. You ready to drop the bag. But 32 and verse 1, go ahead.
And Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him.
Yes, sir.
And when Jacob saw them, he said, this is God's host. And he called the name of that place Mahanaim.
Yes, sir.
And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau, his brother, unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom.
Wait a minute now. Jacob's prepping himself now because he know what he actually finna have to deal with. He finna have to deal with his brother who's got a grudge against him. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
And he commanded them, saying, thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. That servant Jacob said thus, I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed there until now. And I have oxen, and asses, flocks, and men servants, and women servants. And I have sent to tell my lord, that I may find grace in thy sight. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, we came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him.
Now look, all you heard is they came, they delivered the message, and he's coming, and he got how many with him?
400 men. Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like you bringing an army, huh?
Yeah.
All you thinking about, here comes the drama.
Right.
That's all that pops in your mind, but go ahead and read it.
Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed.
Yes.
And he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks, and herds, and the camels, in tents, and said, if Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape.
Yeah.
And Jacob said,
so if he killed his half, we gonna do it. We still got somebody to live on his hand, but go ahead and read.
And Jacob said, O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, the Lord which says unto me, return unto thy country, and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee.
Yes, sir.
I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies, and of all the truth which thou hast showed unto thy servant. For with my staff I passed over this Jordan, and now I am become two bands.
Two different families. I have to separate. Two bands. Go ahead.
Deliver me, I pray thee, from the band of my brother, from the hand of Esau. For I fear him, lest he will come and smite me, and the mother with the children.
Wait a minute, he's being honest. He said, I fear him, man. Go ahead and read.
And thou sayest, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude.
Hey, this is what you have to do when you're dealing with God. You got to bring forth what you remember the Lord told you that he would do to you. And that's what he doing. He banking on that. He said, listen, now you say it. Go ahead and read.
And he lodged there that same night, and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau his brother.
I got you a present, Esau. Let's go over to chapter 35. Let's go to chapter 35. Let's see what's finna happen. He got a present and everything. He well thought out this thing, and he considered the Lord. He consulted with him. He said, let me drop that petition on the table. But go ahead, 35 and verse 1, brother.
And God said unto Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God, that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother.
Yes, sir.
Then Jacob said unto his household, and to all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among you,
yes,
and be clean, and change your garments.
Because if you go petition God, guess what you got to not do? You got to not be sinning or breaking that law. And Lord ain't
That's
gonna
right.
leave you. Go ahead and read.
And let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make there an altar unto God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went.
Yes.
And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears. And Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem.
I'm glad Jacob did do this, boy. Go ahead and read.
And they journeyed, and the terror of God was upon the cities that were round about them. And they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob.
They didn't pursue him. Go ahead.
So Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is, Bethel, he and all the people that were with him. And he built there an altar, and called the place El Bethel, because their God appeared unto him.
Yes.
when he fled from the face of his brother.
Go ahead.
But Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak. And the name of it was called Elon Bekuth. And God appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padanaram and blessed him.
Now he appeared unto him again. He came out and he blessed him. Go ahead and read.
And God said unto him, Thy name is Jacob.
Yes.
Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob,
That's right.
but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. And God said unto him, I am God Almighty.
Yes.
Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins.
Yes, sir.
And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land.
Go ahead.
And God went up from him in the place where he talked with him.
Yep.
And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone. And he poured a drink offering thereon, and he poured all thereon.
So now he put a drink offering there and all that. Go ahead and read.
And Jacob called the name of the place where God spake with him, Bethel.
Yes, sir.
And they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath. And Rachel travailed, and she had hard labor. And it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also.
Yes.
And it came to pass, as her soul was in departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin.
Hold on now, cause I'm looking, cause I done got my thing in front of me, outside of me. I'm looking for where he at, where Esau done came to this guy, and he was happy to see him. I removed my. I got 35 up there, James. If you happen to see it before me, let me know. 30, I think it's maybe 38. Or is it 38? Let me back up. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, no, it's chapter 33. It's chapter 33. And I'm going to go straight to the point, too. Because it's chapter 33. I don't know how I had this 35 right here. But it's 33. 33. That's where I'm supposed to go to. Forgive me, y'all. After chapter 32, we were supposed to go to 33. I went to 35. So start at 33 and 1, and then we're going to just jump straight to the point.
All right. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men.
Oh, now, remember what we read in chapter 32? He said it was 400 men that was going to be with him. So now, Jacob lift up the eyes, he see it. Go ahead and read.
And he divided the children unto Leah, and unto Rachel, and unto the two handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost.
Yes.
And he passed over before them, and bowed himself to the ground 7 times.
He bowed himself how many times?
7 times.
Go ahead and read.
Until he came near to his brother.
Yes.
And Esau ran to meet him, and embraced him, and fell on his neck and kissed him. And
wait a minute. So he ran to him and he didn't hit him upside his head? No.
Nope.
No.
He ran to him, he braced him, and he kissed him. Sound like almost what Jacob did when he ran to Rachel. But go ahead.
Right.
Except he ain't start screaming out and yelling and, that thing. But go ahead, brother.
And he lifted up his eyes, and saw the women and the children, and said, Who are those with thee? And he said, The children which God hath graciously given thy servant. Then the handmaidens came near, they and their children, and they bowed themselves.
These are your relatives, dude. That's who these children are. Go ahead.
And Leah also with her children came near, and bowed themselves. And after came Joseph near, and Rachel, and they bowed themselves.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And he said, What meanest thou by all this drove which I met?
Yes.
And he said, These are to find grace in the sight of my Lord.
He trying to figure out what is all this stuff that you brought? Why did you have to do all of this? And he finna let him know a little bit more. No, go ahead.
And Esau said, I have enough, my brother.
Yes.
Keep that thou hast unto thyself.
He said, man, I got a lot. If you remember that prophecy that the Lord gave by the mouth of Isaac to Jacob, told him he was going to live off the fat of the land and the dew of heaven. He said this guy was going to be skilled hunter and all that. But go ahead.
And Jacob said, Nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my present at my hand.
Y'all know how it is when you get so scared and now you seeing what's going on and you so excited about this thing, you don't know what to do until that person take this gift. Come on, man, take this thing. Please take it from me. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
For therefore I have seen thy face,
yes,
as though I had seen the face of God.
Yes, sir.
And thou was pleased with me.
Go ahead.
Take, I pray thee, my blessing that is brought to thee.
Yes.
Because God hath dealt graciously with me.
Yes, sir.
And because I have enough.
Yes.
And he urged him, and he took it.
Go ahead.
And he said, let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee.
Go ahead.
And he said unto him, my Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and herds with young are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock would die.
Yep.
Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly, according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure until I come unto my Lord, unto Seir.
Yeah, I had to read all this, y'all. I know I said that, but we got enough time. Go ahead and finish, brother.
And Esau said, let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me.
Yes.
And he said, what needeth it? Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord.
Now look at him. He want to make sure that you be okay. He said, let me leave some of my company with you. Because guess what? In that land and my territory, if somebody should come talking crazy with you, I got my peoples with you too, man. Go ahead and read.
So Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir.
Yes.
And Jacob journeyed to Succoth and built him an house.
Yes.
And made booths for his cattle.
Yeah.
Therefore the name of the place is called Succoth. And Jacob came to Shalem, a city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came from Padanaram and pitched his tent before the city.
Wait a minute now. We see that peace was caused there, but who was the one behind it? It was God, wasn't it?
Right.
But now, let's let the book tell us, and I'm going to pass it over to James. Let's go to Proverbs 16. And after this, we passing it right on over to Brother James. How did I put a 5 right there? Hey, we make mistakes. But we about to what? 33.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to read that. Proverbs 16 and 7. When you get it, my brother, tell us what that book say right there.
When a man's ways please the Lord,
Yes, sir.
he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Oh, so guess what? Jacob's ways had to please God because guess what? His enemy was Esau, his brother, and he made sure that this man was at peace with him. And that's how we want to be. If something should happen, you have been just with God. The Lord made sure that your enemy, he can soften his heart at the time to give you a pass. So
Every time.
Yes, sir. So with that, I'm going to pass it back over to Brother James and let us bring us some more of this gospel. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir. Good stuff, brother. I love that story.
Yes.
And I'm telling y'all, you should go back and read all that stuff about Jacob, even the stuff that Laban took him through down there. Good stuff. So look, I'm going to go Genesis 37. I don't know why we hanging out in Genesis tonight, but I got a one more little mini movie for y'all. But this one, the first one shows you what happens to the person who's not the peacemaker. I'm gonna show you how the peacemaker, an example of a peacemaker getting blessed. Okay, so watch this. Let's go Genesis 37. Now we getting ready to go to Joseph and how his brothers sold him into captivity. Okay. So now let's go look at that. Now, why I want y'all to see how this play out. Genesis 37. Let's start at verse 1, my brother. 37 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
And Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan.
Yes.
These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the sons of Bilhah and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report.
Okay, so look, so Joseph was one that'll go tell his dad what his brother's doing all the time, especially if they're doing wrong.
Yes, sir.
So some of them, they didn't like him anyway. But anyway, let's skip on down to 13 and continue.
So said unto Joseph, do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, here am I.
So Jacob is about to send Joseph out there with his older brothers, all right? Skip on down to verse 18 and continue.
And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
They conspired to do what to him?
To slay him.
They conspired to kill their little brother. Yeah. Peace, Brother Thomas Shelton. And look, y'all, happy 4th, going into the 5th day of Tabernacles, y'all. Okay? So look, that was 18. Skip down to verse 21 and continue.
And Reuben heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands and said, let us not kill him. And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again.
So so listen, they all of them, nobody's just saying, we're not going to do anything to our little brother. Let's let him go on back home to dad. So,
yes, sir.
So let's skip on down to 26 and continue. Go ahead and read.
And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh, and his brethren were content.
So they all agreed, we're going to go ahead and sell him. We're not going to kill him. We're going to sell him, okay? Go ahead and read.
Then there passed by Midianites, merchant men, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt.
They sold him for how much, brother?
20 pieces of silver, my brother.
For 20 pieces of silver, they sold their brother into captivity. I'm going to tell y'all something. This was way before Israel went down into Egypt in slavery. But I'm telling you, the book say Israel showed the wicked ones their wicked ways, okay?
Yes,
so guess what? We sold ourselves before anybody sold us, okay?
That's right, brother.
It don't get no closer than your sibling.
Hold on now, James. That's a great point.
Huh?
Yeah, we did that to ourselves.
We sold us before anybody sold us.
Yes.
But you're mad at everybody else for selling you, huh? But guess what? Skip on down, my brother, verse 20. So we read that, right?
We read 28. Yeah.
Okay, so look. So I just went there to show you that Joseph's brothers sold him. Okay? Benjamin didn't have a hand in it. The rest of them did, okay? So now, let's fast forward. Let's go now. Let's go into the 50th chapter of Genesis. Now his brother sold him now. Now check this out. Let's pick it up at verse 14.
Yes, sir.
Because they ended up going down into Egypt where Joseph was, because he ended up being made the ruler by the Pharaoh, second in charge of the land, okay? They went down there. They went back and got Jacob, and then Israel just dwelled down there, right? So then later on down the line, they died. Jacob died. Israel died, right? So now that's where we are now. So let's go Genesis 50. Let's look at verse 14. This is after they had how many days was it? 30 days of mourning out there for Jacob?
Yes, sir.
This is after that. Now let's see what happens. 50 and 14. What did it say, brother?
And Joseph returned into Egypt, he and his brethren, and all that went up with him to bury his father after he had buried his father.
Go ahead.
And when Joseph's brethren saw that their father was dead, they said, Joseph will peradventure hate us, and will certainly requite us of all the evil which we did unto him.
See, look here. So they haven't forgotten about it. They said, he is certainly, now that our daddy's dead, He's gonna definitely get us back now. Y'all know how Michael Corleone told Al Neary,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't want nothing to happen to my brother Fredo while my mother's alive. In other words, when my mom died, kill my brother. So they was thinking that Joseph was on that page right there. As soon as my dad died, I'm getting these dudes, okay? But let's see if Joseph was on that page. Go ahead and read.
That's right.
And they sent a messenger unto Joseph, saying, Thy father did command before he died, saying, So shall ye say unto Joseph, Forgive, I pray thee now, the trespass of thy brethren, and their sin. For they did unto thee evil. And now we pray thee, forgive the trespass of the servants of the God of thy father. And Joseph wept when they spake unto him.
So look, so Jacob told his sons, y'all know y'all gonna have to go and apologize to Joseph what you did to him, right? So when they went to Joseph with that, Joseph cried, man.
Yes, sir.
That brother loved his brothers, had no ill intentions for them, right?
That's right.
So go ahead and read.
And his brethren also when it fell down before his face, and they said, Behold, we be thy servants.
Go ahead.
And Joseph said unto them, Fear not, for am I in the place of God?
Go ahead.
But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God made it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive.
Do y'all see that, brothers and sisters?
Save much people alive.
Yes, sir. What say you, bro, Kevin?
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. The only thing that sticking out so much like a sore thumb at that point, what you just showed us, was that he saved much people alive. This thing right here was already ordained.
Yes.
That's what it was. This thing was ordained.
Yes. It was the plan. You see what I'm saying? It
Yes.
was part of the plan. And so don't trip is what he's telling them. It was part of the plan.
Sir.
I understand that. That had to happen, okay? But go ahead and read, brother.
Now therefore fear ye not, I will nourish you and your little ones. And he comforted them and spake kindly unto them.
So look, brothers and sisters, he said, don't fear. He said, I will nourish you and your little ones. And then it said, he comforted them and he spake kindly unto these brothers who did evil to him. He was 17 years old, and his grown man brothers sold him, and he didn't have revenge on his heart. Okay? So guess what?
Right there, James.
Yes, sir. That's what that was. So watch this here. Verse 22. Go ahead and read it.
And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's house. And Joseph lived 110 years.
Go ahead.
And Joseph saw Ephraim's children of the third generation. The children also of Machir, the son of Manasseh, were brought up upon Joseph's knees. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and God will surely visit you, and bring you out of this land into the land which he sware to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones from hence. So Joseph died, being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt.
So look, so Joseph knew that the Lord was going to spring Israel out of Egypt. Yes. He knew that was going to happen, and he said, y'all going to take my bones out of here when you leave, okay?
That's right, bro.
So he made an oath, and it got passed down to all the generations, even down all the way down to Moses, okay? But look, but I want to show y'all how the Lord bless a peacemaker right here, okay? Let's go to the 48th chapter of Genesis. I'm going to show y'all how the Lord will bless a peacemaking brother, okay? Genesis 48. Now, y'all watch this here. Genesis 48, verse 1, my brother. 48 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
And it came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, Behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And one told Jacob and said, Behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself and sat up on the bed.
So now this is right before Jacob died. Joseph coming to see him because he heard that his dad is about to die, right? So he came up there. Let's see what happened. Verse 8, my brother. Go ahead and read it.
And Israel beheld Joseph's sons and said, Who are these? And Joseph said unto his father, They are my sons, whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, Bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them.
Yes. So now look. So he's getting ready to bless the boys, right? So now, let's skip on down to verse 20. I'm telling y'all, this is a great story because
Yes,
Ephraim,
sir.
the youngest one, got blessed instead of the oldest one. Same thing that happened to Jacob and Esau. But it's a great story. Come on back and read it and see how it plays out. But we're going to skip just to get to our point. Verse 20, my brother, go ahead and read it.
And he blessed them that day, saying, In thee shall Israel bless, saying, God make this as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And he said Ephraim before Manasseh. And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, I die, but God shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers.
So look, so hold on, let me see something here. I thought I might have wanted a little bit more than that, but but look, y'all. You can see that Jacob blessed Ephraim and he blessed Manasseh. And read me one more verse, verse 22. I'm sorry, read that last verse.
Moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow.
Do you see that? So Jacob just told Joseph, I have given you I have given you a portion above your brothers. So in
That's
other
right.
words, Joseph gonna have more of the land of Israel than all the rest of his 11 brothers. Okay. So
Right.
now, brother Kevin, can you put that that overlay up there for me, my brother?
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm gonna show y'all something right here.
Yes, indeed. Bam.
Now
Let me
look,
move this out the way.
now look, brothers and sisters, look at the top chart. You see the names of Jacob's 12 sons right here. Reuben,
Yes.
Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. Now
Yes.
I got Joseph and Benjamin colored black and yellow. And I
Yeah.
mean, when you drop down and look at how the 12 tribes of Israel by their lots and by their land, now you instead of Levi and Joseph, you got Joseph's two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh there.
Yes,
Do y'all see that, brothers and sisters? And
yes.
then, Brother Todd, read that little piece of Joshua 14 down at the bottom down there. Joshua 14:4. What that say, brother?
I can't, it ain't on my, I
You
can't
can't
see it on the
see it?
screen
Okay, well,
now.
I'm gonna read it for him. It says, For the children of Joseph were two tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim.
Yeah.
Therefore, they gave no part unto the Levites in the land. And then there's some more stuff in the verse. But I just wanted to point out to y'all how Joseph the peacemaker, Joseph, the one that got sold by
Right.
his brothers, that had no ill feelings towards his brother, that understood the hand of the Lord and the plan of God when it goes to work. Hey, sometimes you might have to suffer a little bit.
Yes,
So
sir.
look, so you see that? So look, that brother got, and Jacob told him that he was going to have one piece more than all his brothers. And y'all see it right there. Each one of his two sons was their own tribe. These were Jacob's grandsons. And they got the same portion as one of the sons got. Do y'all see that?
Yeah. Hey, James,
Yes, sir.
and you knew something serious was about to happen because remember, he sat up on the bed.
Yes.
He sat up on the corner of that bed. You know how it is when a man sat up on that bed.
Yeah.
He finna give you some information. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's sitting right
Yes,
there.
sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. So look, brothers and sisters, you see how the title of this lesson, Blessed are the Peacemakers of God. Look how
Yes.
he blessed Joseph, where Reuben got one piece, Simeon one piece, Dan one piece. Joseph got two pieces.
That's right.
Ephraim getting one, Manasseh
Let's
getting
get
one.
one. Yeah.
Peacemakers will get blessed here and at the end time. Okay, so now
That's
let me go to one more spot, and I'm gonna land and get a mic back to Brother Kevin. I hope y'all had
praise
time to
God.
screenshot that little piece right there. But look, let's go
We'll come.
Hebrews 11, huh, Brother Kevin?
And if y'all need to, just let me know. We'll put it right back up there too for y'all when it's time.
Yes, sir, Brother Ezra, Brother Thomas Shelton, peace, brothers. So look, let's go to this last little spot I got, Hebrews 11. And we going to pick it up at verse 21. Hebrews 11 and 21. Hebrews 11 and 21. So watch this here. So they knew that Joseph got blessed. Hebrews 11 and 21. Go ahead and read it, brother.
By faith, Jacob, when he was dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph and worshiped, leaning upon the top of his staff.
So we just read that in Genesis 48, in Genesis 50. He said, listen, by faith, Jacob, when he was dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph, right? Read that verse 22. What did it say?
By faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel and gave commandment concerning his bones.
And guess what they did? When they left, they took his bone right out of there with them. And you can go and you can go read that, okay? So I just wanted to point out, brothers and sisters, we showed y'all one little mini movie of a brother who wanted revenge, and he didn't make that peace when he had the opportunity to, when it was already in the works. That brother ended up getting killed, okay?
Yes.
And then we turned around and showed you a brother who did make peace. He wasn't about revenge because he was a child of a son of God anyway. So he understood how the Lord worked. Just like when Potiphar's wife tried to lay with him, and he said, "I'm not gonna sin against God and do something like that." And so he knew better not to even hold a grudge against his brothers. He knew better. So blessed are the peacemakers of God, y'all. What you got, brother Kevin?
Woo! I like that, brother. Praise God.
Praise the Lord. Yes, sir.
Sweet and smooth. Let's go. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 29 now. Since we out of our land, let's just look at something else we need to conduct ourselves while we're dealing with this thing. Jeremiah chapter 29.
Hey, look what D. Lee said, brother Kevin.
Let me see that.
He said that's why we have Joseph's sons shown on the maps on the back of our Bible. Yes, sir, because each one of them got a piece of land, just like they were grandsons, and they got what the sons got.
That's a good point too, bro. That's a good point, because it is on the maps and the Bible's like that. But that's a good point. So now, where I say we're going, Jeremiah chapter 29.
Yes, sir.
Let's finish it on up, y'all. Jeremiah 29 and verse 4. When you need me to pull that, what's the name down later, I will pull it down. But Jeremiah 29 and verse 4. Go ahead and read, bro.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon.
Once we went in there, y'all, we ain't come back out. Go ahead and read.
Build ye houses and dwell in them.
Yes.
And plant gardens and eat the fruit of them.
He said, now I want you to build houses, plant your gardens, and eat the fruit of them. Go ahead and read.
Take you wives and beget sons and daughters.
Yes.
And take wives for your sons.
Yes.
And give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that they may be increased there and not diminished.
And they may be increased and not diminished. The same way it happened over in Egypt, that's the same way it's supposed to be in the countries we scattered through today.
Yep.
Yo, that peace is supposed to be represented through Jesus right over there where we are today. Go ahead and read.
And seek the peace of the city whither I have called you.
Wait a minute. Seek the drama or the peace?
Seek the peace.
Seek the peace of the city where I have caused you. Go ahead.
To be carried away captives.
Yes.
And pray unto the Lord for it.
Yes.
For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace.
Oh, pray to the Lord for this thing. Because he said, in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. So now, we read that 7. Let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 2, because sometimes we get stubborn and be like, oh, I ain't praying for nobody. Hey, no, they did me wrong. Okay, let's go look at this. 1 Timothy chapter 2.
Let's pray for some peace.
That's right, brother. And that's why I had, Proverbs, the 4th chapter, and let you know that, listen, man, with all your getting, you got to get that understanding, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you can understand a few things, all of us. So 1 Timothy 2 and 1, go ahead.
I exhort, therefore, that first of all, supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men.
What was the first thing he told us to pray for over there in the city? Peace.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
for kings,
Yes.
and for all that are in authority.
Wait a minute. Somebody's above us over in this land. He said, pray for them. Go ahead.
That we may lead a quiet and
Yes.
peaceable life
Yes,
in
sir.
all godliness and honesty.
Oh, he said, make sure, because you want to live a quiet, peaceful life, so this thing can be shown throughout the four corners, and these people can understand the God of Israel is with these people. Go ahead and read. What else?
For this is good and acceptable in the sight of God, our Savior,
Yes, sir. What else?
who will have all men to be saved.
He want all men to be saved. We know that it ain't going to happen that way, but this is his desire. Go ahead.
And to come unto the knowledge of the truth.
He even wants them to come to the knowledge of the truth. That's the only way you can be saved.
Yes, sir.
By coming to this knowledge, getting this truth, and the Lord will do the rest as long as you're walking with him. Let's go over to Romans, the 13th chapter. Romans chapter 13, because over here, you can get pulled over. You might have a tail light out. You don't know sometimes when you're driving. Tire might get a little too low. Your tent might be a little bit too dark. The Lord gonna have to pull you over. And then guess what? It's up to you to conduct yourself a certain type of way so that way your peace can follow you. That peace, can follow you. 13:1. What did it say, brother?
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers.
Oh, yeah.
For there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
Wait a minute. So if they running this thing, the Lord set them up. He said, ain't nobody above me. I'm the one that set this up.
Right. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power,
Yes.
resisteth the ordinance of God.
Yes, sir.
And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
Oh, he said you resist the commandment of God. Did you know that that's a commandment that you got to submit yourself to the same ones that you talking about ain't going to make it into the kingdom? Go ahead and read.
For rulers are not a terror to good works,
That's right.
but to the evil.
Listen, me and James ain't worried about being pulled over. We ain't worried about the police chasing us because we done took something. We not worried about none of those things. Todd ain't worried about them to about some, let's kick in his dough because he been selling drugs for so many months, and we want to make sure that this thing go down perfect. He ain't worried about none of that stuff. Go ahead and read.
That's right. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power?
That's right.
Do that which is good,
Yes.
and thou shalt have praise of the same.
If you do with that which is good, you're going to have praise in the same. Guess what? They going to be thankful to God that you didn't give them no problems. They can go on with their kids, and you do the same thing. Go ahead.
For he is the minister of God to thee for good.
To you for good. Go ahead.
But if thou do that which is evil,
If you, hey, listen, if you say, I don't want to hear all that, skip that. Go ahead and read.
be afraid.
Yes, sir.
For he beareth not the sword in vain.
That's right.
For he is the minister of God,
Yes.
a revenger, to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
Oh, he said he got that sword in his hand, and he will go upside your head, and he ain't going to turn around because the Lord told him to go ahead and do that if you're doing something evil.
Go upside his head.
That's right, brother. Upside it. Down the other side.
Yeah.
Hit the middle part too. Get some of every part of it. Go ahead and read verse 5.
Wherefore ye must needs be subject,
Yes, sir.
not only for wrath.
Hold on. Look at that. You must needs be.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's two absolutes right there. You do in the sense you must and needs to be subject. Go ahead.
Not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake.
He said not only just because they will come upon you for the wrath. He said, but also for your conscience. You ain't got to worry about that. You can lay back now at nighttime and get you some rest. You didn't do anything wrong. So now, let's move forward. 119 of the book of Psalms. 119, the book of Psalms. So that our people can understand we can live with peace in this land. It's just, are you serving the Lord? The Lord will allow that thing to happen. And sometimes we want to start kicking up dust, talking about what rights we have. The only The only right we have is to keep these commandments, pray to God, hope that we make it into the kingdom.
That's it, and that's all. Hey, look,
119.
bro, Kevin. I remember I
Go
went
ahead.
into this barbershop. Blood Todd, you know where Grip's barbershop is up there?
Yeah.
You know Grip, the
I know what you're talking about.
Glen Oaks Grip.
Yeah.
Got that barbershop up that way. I went in there one day, man. This is when Austin Sterling got killed by the police in Baton Rouge. It was a big national deal. So I
Right.
went in the barbershop and there was some young brothers up in there. And they were talking about, man, they violated his right. They kept on saying, so I said, hey, and they turned around. I said, what rights do he have?
Right.
Then I say, what rights do you have? Then they walked over there by me. Now Grip cut my hair, right? I said, what rights do you have, man? They say, well, they started trying to think. I said, man, you ain't got no rights over here, man. So
Right.
so they were like, well, what you mean? And so that's when I started talking to them about some stuff. And Grip had already had some Black History DVDs that he used to play, and they used to play on every TV in that place, man. Like
Oh,
4
wow.
TVs at the same time. He just put them in and let them play.
Oh, wow.
Yep, sure did. That was several years ago. That was probably maybe
Yep.
2015ish.
Right.
But what 2016, 17, whatever it is, they killed the brother Austin Sterling. But I told them brothers, just like you saying, Kevin, first thing we want to do is jump up and talk about our rights got violated. Man, you got this brown paint job in this land, you don't have no rights. Only
That's
right
right.
you got is to obey your God. You got the right to do that, and then you have the right to disobey him, and you have the right to go to the lake of fire. You got that right too. Focus
Yes,
on those 2 rights right there and see which one of them you want.
Hey,
Outside of
Jack,
that, you don't have any.
I like that. Brown paint job. You heard me, brother?
Right.
Yeah.
That brown paint job. So now, would you finish before I go forward, James? You still
No, yeah, I'm finished. Go ahead.
Psalm 119. And let's read that verse 165, because that's absolutely true. And I can understand what James is saying, because I know when I used to go into the barbershops, I mean, they ain't let us get that far. But when we used to go to barbershops and stuff like that, they used to communicate, and then a story would come up about Bible,
Right.
which was odd, because I'm like, I finally had the opportunity. But boy, the second we start as fast as it's over with, they're looking at me like, I don't know who this guy is, but we done with that conversation.
Right.
Now we talking about hooping, and I'm like, oh man. So 119 and verse 165, what you gonna say something, brother?
No. I'm just I know what you're speaking on. That's all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now, Psalm 119, 165, go ahead and read that.
Great peace have they which love, and nothing shall offend them.
Wait a minute now. He said, great peace have what, brother?
Have they which love thy law.
Yes. He said, have they which love thy law. That's the law, same law he told you that you ain't supposed to forget. And if you keep it, it's going to add long life to your days and peace and so on and so forth. So now, let's go. Let's move forward. If you haven't finished that already, let's move forward.
Yeah, we've done with that.
Okay, let's go to 120. 120, and we got 2 more. We're going to close it up. Psalm 120 and verse 2. Psalm 120 and verse 2. Let's see what happened right here. Psalm 120 and 2. Go ahead.
Deliver my soul, O Lord,
Yes.
from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue.
He said, deliver my soul from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue. Joseph was going through that with his brethren, and guess what? The Lord did deliver him. And
Yes,
he loved
sir.
his brethren just that much, but he loved God more. But or did you skip down?
That was verse 2. Yeah, we have verse 6.
Yeah, 6, yeah.
My soul have long dwelt with him that hated peace.
Yes, sir.
I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war.
Wait a minute. He said, I'm for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Every time I bring something up, it's like, let's fight. And all we trying to do is reason with the book. Let me share a little word with you. You share something with me. And if you sharing with me, and it adds up according to what the book say, hey man, thank you for that. If not, come on to class. Let's get something a little bit more. So we extend this conversation. But go ahead and read verse 7. What else is that, bro?
That was 7. You want me to read it again?
Read
Yeah.
that one more time, and then we're going to move forward.
I am for peace.
Yes.
But when I speak, they are for war.
They for war. Go ahead.
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Proverbs, the 4th chapter. Sometimes it be sounding like more that need to come on out of them verses.
I could have kept going now.
Yeah, I know, bro. We're going to go to Proverbs. Proverbs, the 4th chapter. And we're going to pick it up at verse 13. Chapter 4 and verse 14. 13, I'm sorry. Now, the opposite of the ones that dealing with the peace is the peace breaker. This is the one that like to keep the drama, and the Lord finna show us by example. This person will do any and everything to make sure he kick up dust, no matter where it's at, when it is, what time of hour of the day. 4 and 13. Go ahead, bro.
Take fast hold of instruction.
Take fast hold of instruction. Go ahead.
Let her not go.
Keep her.
Keep her, for she is thy life.
Yes, indeed. Sound like somebody I need to hold on to. Go ahead.
Enter not into the path of the wicked.
Yes, sir.
And go not in the way of evil men.
I wonder why he telling us that. Go ahead.
Avoid it. Pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away.
Yes, sir.
For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
He said they sleep not until they have done what?
Mischief.
Go ahead.
And their sleep is taken away,
Yes.
unless they cause some to fall.
Said, listen, we're going to make sure that our eyelids do not close until we started some drama, and we make sure somebody stumbled and fall. Go ahead.
For they eat the bread of wickedness.
Yes.
And drink the wine of violence.
They said they eat the bread of wickedness and they drink the wine of violence. And guess what? This right here ain't no physical deal, it's a spiritual deal. They got to make sure that this thing is happening. So that, guess what? This is the person that loved that peace, like we were saying. Over in Galatians, the 4th chapter, Paul was asking him, listen, man, am I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Because a lot of the time, that's what the argument is about. You just make a little bit of some word, and next thing you know, they after you, man. They after you because guess what? You too peaceful. Let's go to our last spot, Hebrews 12th chapter. They said, we gonna come after you, brother. What you think you gonna have some quietness and peacefulness in your life? I doubt it. Hebrews 12 and verse 14. Reflect on the scriptures James shared. Reflect on the scriptures that I shared. Go back over this lesson and just add to it, because guess what? This thing can go further than what it is. It can go further than what it is. This right here is a good thing to avoid, man. Is not being a peacemaker. You wanna be a peacemaker. But go ahead and read that 14th verse, bro. What it say?
Follow peace with all men and holiness.
Stop. No, Todd. I think we read two different Bibles, bro. Read that one more time.
Follow peace with all men.
Oh, with all men or something.
All men.
Because they say only Israel. I always got to point that out to y'all. Unless it's just Israel. Go ahead.
And holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord.
Wait a minute. He said you got to have that peace and you got to have that holiness. He said if you don't have it, you ain't going to be able to see the Lord. That right there is something that I'm terribly afraid of.
Yes,
so. Right, that everybody else is. And guess what? We all still growing, y'all. This is for us, just as well as
that's right.
Those who we preaching to out there to receive this message. So, blessed are the peacemakers of God. That should be us. And hopefully the Lord will have mercy upon us. And we will get our crowns.
Yes, sir.
Day. And right now, let's have some peace throughout the rest of our night.
Yep.
The rest of the week, and so on and so forth. I'm going to turn it back over to my co-workers, hoping that y'all got something from it.
You got something, brother Todd?
I could use a little peace in my life, brother. Looking for that peace. Stress free.
Always.
Yes, sir.
I know that's right. Hey, look,
Be
sister,
sure.
what's this sister name?
Who is that?
Sister Captain Flower said brown paint job. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's that. See, that's that Jacob's blessed Joseph's two sons
Yeah.
as if they were sons, and each one of them got a plot of land like the son did. But that was behind Joseph being blessed, okay? He was a peacemaker.
Yes.
He was a righteous brother.
Keeping that peace going. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hey, look, y'all. Moses tried it, and he tried it in Egypt. They snitched on him. He had to be on the run, you know.
Hey, Moses had to take somebody down, one of them Egyptians, though.
Yeah. Took him out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to get that a chance to screenshot this.
Hey, brother Kevin, could you stop that ticker at the bottom just for a second? Because
Oh, yeah,
it's
let me
covering up
move
a
it.
couple of little words right there
Gotcha, bro. Gotcha. Get on over here.
for a couple of seconds.
Yes.
He's just covering like the last little words in that verse that I put in there.
Yes. So it's 14-4, right? That whole
Yeah,
chapter.
that verse. But there's some more after that, but it wasn't relevant to the point I was making right here, though.
Gotcha. The children of Joseph were 2 tribes, and that's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the land. Yes. To put that out there for y'all, just in case you need. I know I am. I need it. Take that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. But
Yes, indeed.
so we are waiting on some of these testimonies about the ones who went out there and showed some love to their haters. I saw a couple of messages where people said they called the person, but the person didn't answer, something like that. So if you went out there this past week, and tried to be kind to somebody who is mean, evil, not right towards you, let us know how that played out. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
if you haven't tried it, try it. Just try it.
Hey, that was a good thing, though, James. When you for the Lord to put that on your heart to even say, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've heard it down here in the class in St. Louis. Everybody was talking about it, and they even reminded me. I said, "Hold on,
Yes, sir.
we gotta add
Yes,
that
sir.
homework, Brother James. Y'all heard Brother James,
Right.
Brother Kevin, and the other night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what an
Do that.
homework.
See, listen, I have done that more than once. I'm telling y'all, it works.
Yes,
Sometimes it takes a little longer, but what it will do is it takes pressure off you.
Right.
When
yeah,
you have made your move to bring the peace or to reconcile yourself with someone, it takes all the pressure off you. And it's power. It takes power to do that, though. And then you will see what kind of power you have when you do it. And then you're pleasing God on top of that. It's a
yes,
God move. It's a God move
Right.
to forgive.
that's right.
Don't he boast about how he's full of mercy?
Mercy, yes,
Yes, he does. Yeah.
that's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just make you feel good not to carry that with you, man.
Right.
yeah.
To let it go, you know.
Lighten that load.
Right.
Denise
Praise
Harris.
She's trying to find
Deborah
some
Davis.
haters.
Deborah Davis, send me that hat so I can ship it to my mom. All right.
right.
Paula Isbell says she's gonna rewatch.
That's a blessing.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's good.
No
Man, I ain't lying.
testimony.
Hey, James, I ain't lying, man. It was all throughout the building. We go on the front, I heard it. We in Back with all that, I heard it. I said, man, we get on the phone, I start talking and communicating. I heard
Yeah.
people reminding each other, I gotta have mine. You guys are all working at it. You know, that is
Look,
a
look,
blessing.
look. You see Allison right here, bro, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
She
Great
said she did the homework. Let me see.
words. Oh, definitely did the homework and kept the peace that at work this week. And it was a great week. So peace and pieces what we shall have. Yes.
That's right, because as somebody mentioned earlier, hey, you reap what you sow. If you sow peace, you gonna reap some peace.
Coming back to you. Yep.
Yep. It's simple.
Man, that's a blessing. Thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in and dealing with us. Hey, because I've been hanging out with these guys for a while, especially James. James dragged me, man. Get on over here and get to work with me, kid. He came all the way to St. Louis. Him and Greg Taylor, man. Every single day, get to work, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey, Jose would come, Fred Haley would come.
Yes. Yep. How Jose doing? Anybody talk to him? You talked to
I
him?
talked to Jose probably 3 weeks ago, man. First time in a long time. Yeah, that brother's doing well.
Okay.
Hey, his daughter was just singing. She was lead singing in the children's choir in one of them songs.
Oh, was she?
She's grown really tall, yeah.
Okay.
I remember when she was born, man. But yeah. Jose's well, brother Fred is well, yeah.
Tell him hey, if you listen, Jose, because I know you'd be talking to me sometime through the inbox. Hey, I ain't heard from you in a while, but you got somebody waiting on them grains that you were talking about now.
I wonder if he still got his garden going. Look, Fred Haley has a nice garden out there.
Oh, do we?
I've seen the pictures, yeah.
Yeah, I got to give a Fred. Fred reaches out a lot, too. He be down there, taking care of some business sometimes. And he always got what you said, James, that camera. He keep his camera with him.
Yeah.
Professionalism.
Who can sing? Who? Thomas Shelter, brother Thomas. Who you say can sing?
And she can sing. That's a great voice.
Solo says she got to make that trip to the Bay. No, it ain't that far from Phoenix. Come on up. Solo. Is that a sister or a brother? I can't see.
I can't see the picture.
Solo is a guy.
Okay. Solo. Sorry about that, brother. Well, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a you teaching tomorrow, bro, Kevin?
Yes, sir. I'm finna ask y'all real quick, and then I'm teaching tomorrow, James. How did everybody feast? How was the feast turn out the first night?
Feast was great.
Man, it was beautiful, my brother.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, same here. We had lovely food turnout and whatnot, man. Really good time.
Yeah,
what theme did y'all go with?
It was brown and
the food thing.
Oh, food thing. Oh,
hold
we
on.
just had our regular.
Hold on, look, brother Jeff said that Glitch Pro had a question.
Oh, do it. I just talked to you with Rasan, James. He said he just talked to you with Rasan Solo.
Oh, that's brother Rasan. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. We did speak. Okay.
So now, what was you saying now, James?
Glitch Pro, brother Jeff said Glitch Pro had a question.
This is a question right here.
Okay.
He said, if you tried to make peace by asking somebody how was your day, and the person chooses not to respond, do you keep trying?
Right there.
Yeah, okay. That's it right there. Yep.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
James, did you read that Romans 12 and 18?
yes.
Oh, okay.
But look, if oh, the young lady in the chair. Oh yeah. He was talking about brother Jose little daughter. But look, if I wouldn't say that to my hater. How was your day? I would try something else
Right,
because I wouldn't ask them a question. I would either say something or do something. I would do a
right.
kind gesture by words or by taking some kind of action. Like I gave you guys the example of two ladies that work with me. One of them said one of them was being mean and mean to her and she didn't know why. And then I said, well, just kill her with some kindness. She said, I don't know how. And I was telling y'all about this last week. I said, you see, she keep that bowl of peppermints up there on her desk, right? And I said, you see, it's only 2 or 3 pieces in there left. It's normally 4. I said, go upstairs to the store, get a bag of peppermints and bring them to her and walk off. You ain't got to say nothing. You see what I'm saying? She
Right.
will take that as you're trying to be kind to her. You see? So that's just an example. But you can try all kind of things just depending on who the person is, what they do, what they like, or you can just say something to them. Or you can just walk up to them and say, listen, I know things been messed up between us, but if I've said something to
Offend
to
you.
offend you or did something, please forgive me because I really didn't mean it like that. You have to bring that thing. So since you're the one that's trying to give that love to the hater, don't expect them to give it to you. We talking about you giving it out, okay? That's the God move. Because the Lord has always forgiven us, and we don't ever have to forgive him for anything because he hasn't wronged us at any time. We're the ones always doing the wrong. So you have to do that God move and put yourself in a position to say, hey, listen, I'm sorry. And then in your mind, if the person did something to you, then you forgive them. And then you figure out a way, ask the Lord to show you a way to mend the fences. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Each situation may require something different. You see? Like, look, buy them lunch. Just walk by their cubicle or walk by their desk and say, look, we going out for lunch. We getting ready to go down the street to the taco shop. Do you want some tacos? And say, I'm treating today. Or something like that. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, there's just many ways you could do it. You have to be creative sometimes, think outside the box sometimes. But
Yes.
but that's just what I do, man. Because I don't have no energy for the negativity. I'm telling you, I really don't. It's too much going on.
That's true, bro. Gotta have some great timing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, Paula Isbell is from Little Rock, Arkansas. Hey, Paula, do you go to the Israel of God down there in Pine Bluff? Because we have a church there.
Yeah.
Let's see if Paula's listening.
Yes, indeed.
Let me see. I did the homework and didn't know the assignment. I let a girl my baby brother marry keep me from my family. I told the fam I know better, so don't look for me on them folks' pagan holidays. But I am humble. Okay. Yeah, when you let them know about them holidays, man, you gotta expect some kickback on those every
Yeah.
time. Every
Yes,
time.
yes, sir, bro.
Oh, she said she go to the Memphis IOG. Okay,
I'm
I
going to
got you.
Memphis.
Okay, well, y'all look at here. I think the Sabbath have come in on my side.
And you got to get busy or something, don't you?
Yes, and my doorbell just rang.
Okay.
I'm up here at the class right now, so we got to get ready for tomorrow because we gonna try to record this lesson. But anyway, oh yeah, my brother, what's up, Israel? I see you co-worker in the vineyard.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
put y'all on hold if y'all gonna hang on.
Yes, sir, bro.
Man.
Yeah, we're going to wait. The Virgin. Yeah, Virgin. Then we also got Brother Othniel. Peace, brother. That's my father right there, Othniel. Peace to you, brother. We all walking
They still working on it.
Brother Todd, you up at the class too?
Yeah, I'm out here. Yeah, after Roland say he was passing through, I came. I had already set up though.
Okay, y'all got some stuff put on that grill tomorrow evening then, huh?
You know, every time he come through, you gotta
Yeah.
get something.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, brothers, it's time for me to ride out because I got to eat, and I got to get my lesson set up for tomorrow. So,
Hey, I'm
peace
like
and
you, James.
uh,
I'm like you on that ladder end. That
man,
lesson.
yeah, I
Get
got to
my
finish
lesson.
that too. So, look, y'all, we'll see y'all next Friday night, Lord willing. We appreciate you. We love you. Y'all have a great Sabbath and finish enjoying the rest of your tabernacles and slide right on into that 8th day. And y'all go out there holding
Definitely.
convocation tomorrow. Quit playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, because there's somebody somewhere wish they had somebody close to them so they can fellowship. Let's be
Right.
mindful, y'all. Let's be mindful.
Right.
That's right. And somebody looking for you in that class.
Sure
Showing
is.
up.
Yeah.
They looking for that handshake, hug, and talk.
In it. That's right.
Some singing up there in that choir, something.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
So we gonna bid y'all farewell, brothers and sisters.
Yes, indeed. See y'all next week, Lord willing.
Yes,
Same
sir.
thing. Peace to everybody.
Peace and
Peace, y'all.
blessings. All right.